Hello, artist. It is July the 1st, 2026. It's my favorite month. It's my birthday month. It's the month that I seem to have the most memories from my childhood in. Not of the parties and not of the celebrations or the marking a new notch on the door frame where my mom kept track of my height. But the feeling, the green grass, the aroma as I cut the grass, the smell of the late afternoon rains, and the way the ground smells afterwards. It's a reminiscing kind of a month for me. It's a moment. And I'm starting a new series of essays which are eventually going to become the next book. I have written a bunch of them already in preparation for publishing. They're going to be published, chapters are going to be published daily over on the Patreon. If you're interested, the link, of course, will be in the description below. And then a week later, they will appear on my website. If you are a member of Patreon, you get to read them a week earlier. That's the reward. But I'm going to eventually, I've got about half of them written as I'm writing the book along. And then the rest of the essays will continue as the weeks go by. And at the end of July, I will start compiling them into making some kind of a sense for a book, which will be Across the Table 2, tentatively titled Meaningful Conversations. I wanted to start today with poetry. Poetry means the world to me. It calms my heart. It excites my soul, gives me directions and goals, and inspires me to new creations. This one is by Lewis Carroll, and it is the epilogue to Through the Looking Glass. It's entitled A Boat Beneath a Sunny Sky. I'm going to help myself. I'm going to not cause my eyes any extra strain. A boat beneath a sunny sky, lingering onward dreamily in an evening of July. Children three that nestle near, eager eye and willing ear, pleased a simple tale to hear. Long has paled that sunny sky, echoes fade and memories die. Autumn frosts have slain July. Still, she haunts me, phantom-wise, Alice moving under skies never seen by waking eyes. Children yet the tale to hear, eager eye and willing ear, lovingly shall nestle near. In a wonderland they lie, dreaming as the days go by, dreaming as the summers die. Ever drifting down to stream, lingering in the golden gleam. Life, what is it but a dream? So, this morning, sitting, drinking my tea, looking out this beautiful window at the beautiful land beyond, the deep green field that stretches from my back door to a beautiful stream where the animals gather to bathe and drink. And right behind that is a wall of rock, just straight up to the sky. And beyond that, in the distance, the mountains. I never get tired of looking at that vista. It's a gift. It's a really grateful. I'm very, very grateful for that gift. So sitting here this morning, writing in my journal, thinking back of July's past and birthdays past and festival in the park, which happens a little bit later in the year, but I always associate it with the summertime, the closing of the summertime. And how I had finished up. I had finished up the day's work, managing magicians on and off the stage, helping people set up their lights and their sound, and offering advice when asked, performing myself for as many people as I could get to stop and come to my stage. And oh man, there's an entire book of memories for Festival in the Park. A lot of growth happened there. But it came the end of the evening, and I was closing up. I was sweeping off the stage, and I was covering up the equipment and locking down the important things, and just feeling the weariness of the day in my bones. Took the cards out of my pocket and tucked them away. And this guy came up, mid-20s, maybe early 30s. Came walking down the slope of the hill down to where the chairs started, and he had a seat, and he kind of just watched me putting things away and turning the lights out. And he kind of looked like, well, I want to say something, but I don't exactly know what to say. You know, you get that feeling about watching some people. And eventually, as I was making my own way back up the path, he stood up and he shook my hand, and he said, enjoyed the show. You made me laugh. You made me think. He said, I just wanted to talk to you for a second because I wanted to tell you something. You caused a real big change, a big closeness in my life. He said, my daddy and I saw you years ago. I was a teenager. I didn't really want to come to the festival, but you know, my dad liked it, and I wanted to go with him and spend some time. And the very last thing we saw at the end of the night was your show. And I can't even remember the show. I can't remember what you did. I do remember that we laughed, and we laughed together. And it's rare that my dad and I laughed together at things in those days. But we found something common there, you know. And I think my dad gave you, you know, put a couple of bucks in your tip hat, and we talked to you for a minute, and you were friendly, and you were, you know, you were kind, and then, you know, we left. We were done. Enjoyed it very, very much. And I remembered you. Even though I don't remember the show, I remembered you. Look up Maya Angelou. And he said on the drive home, we're in his truck, right? And we started talking. First, we started talking about the show. And, you know, a little bit of, well, how do you think he did this thing? How do you think he did that? And then the conversation just turned to his childhood and his growing up. And we started sharing stories, and we started laughing together with each other. And the 2 hours that it took us to drive back to Raleigh just flew by. It just evaporated. But I have that conversation locked in my heart. My dad passed away earlier this year, he tells me. When he was in the hospital, when we knew everything was coming to a close, we talked about that conversation. We talked about that was the moment that we met. When I was becoming a young man, and he was closing up his duties as a father to a child. And we met in that moment. And that, you know, I have to think, this is me, I have to think that conversation would have happened anyway at some point. I would hope that conversation happened that way at some point. But my little show, my little performance that I agonized over for so many years, does anybody really need this? Does anybody actually hear this? With all the work I'm putting into it, wouldn't it be easier to take the easier path? Or wonder about what awards I could win, or what trophies I could bring home? A free show, a show that I donated to my community. I put the tip out. Yeah, of course I did, you know. But I wasn't paid for the show. I got paid with that short conversation. A moment of realization that the words didn't just die at the edge of the stage, that it inspired something else, that it made something else happen, that it opened up a doorway between a father and a son even when such doors were closed to me. What you are doing is important. The art that you make is vital to the world, especially a world so full of friction as the world is today. You don't know what conversations you are inspiring. You don't know what legacy you're leaving. I will tell you this. It ain't the grand show. It's not how fantastic the lasers went off or how perfectly the music was synced or anything else, even down to your technique and the tricks you did. It is the art and the effort of putting the art out there, taking your heart out and putting it under those lights so that people can see it clearly. Going back to the Maya Angelou thing, she said it doesn't matter. People will not remember you for what you do. They will remember you for how you made them feel. The legacy is the gift. And often it doesn't happen big under the stage. It happens at the dinner table. It happens sitting across from someone at a diner and telling them, I'm proud of you. The moments that last rarely announce themselves. They come in the quiet moments. Art changes the world. Your art changes the world. It changes yours, and it changes those who you present it to. You are the legacy. The legacy is the gift. I want to choose this very carefully, not to live forever, not for the fame or for the glory or for the money, for the act of creating art. If you are blessed enough to make a living from it, make a simple living from it. Do the thing that brings you joy, and your joy will feed the world. That's really kind of it, isn't it, for right now? It's my birthday. In a week or so, it's my birthday. It's my birthday month. And I, as a gift to myself, am going to embrace all of the joy and all the memories and all the nostalgia that I can muster, and I'm going to share it. So, Wednesday through Sunday at the world-famous Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado, you can find me doing my residency show, 13, a theatrical seance experience. I will guarantee you it's going to be different than any other seance experience you have attended. I've put my heart and my soul into this, and it is a beautiful thing that I am proud of, and I am continuing to polish it. Sundays at 6 p.m. in the Underground Theater at the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado, you can catch my magic show, Tales and Fables. They have graciously allowed me to keep practicing the sleight of hand performance conjuring that I do love so very much. And once a week I get to share it with the group that shows there. Thank you for listening. Thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate you coming. Remember that you are the gift. Remember the gift that you have within you. And remember the gift is to be used reverently, diligently, joyfully. I hope there's love where you are. And I'll see you tomorrow.